Alright, my answer to this question is that presence is subjective. What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I'm a healthy family advocate. That is your content of choice. Please consider following, commenting, sharing, posting videos with your community so that we can grow, as well as putting a tip in the tip jar if I bless you during this message, shopping our merch if you feel compelled to support the community, and picking up your copy of What's the Best That Can Happen for your own spiritual evolution at LoneeTaylorArt.com. The reasons to support the community. Alright, here's the deal, pickle. Presence is subjective. That means your definition of presence is different than my definition of presence, is different than my husband's definition of presence, which is different than the definition of your spouse's definition of presence. Now that we understand that about each other, we can just simply say, hey, this is what I believe presence to be. Now, what is your definition of presence? It's something that I know about my husband. Even though he's flipping through his phone just like me, he is still listening. How many of us have sat in work meetings just flipping through our phones, but we're actually still listening? We just have to do a little something else to occupy our space before we completely space out. Are we half listening? Probably, but we're listening. You want to tell me just because we're sitting there staring at you, we have not ventured off somewhere in our brain and we are not listening to you at all? We have to meet people halfway, and that's how I deal with if he chooses to scroll his phone, because I've had this conversation with him. I was like, you're not even listening to me. You actually start rapping rap lyrics while I'm talking, all the while overlooking the fact that I used to sit in business meetings and all of a sudden I will start humming a song or start singing out loud because I'm listening, but I'm not. We cannot force someone to listen to us. What we can do is gain understanding to what their kind of listening looks like. Because when we're harping on somebody, they check out anyway. Society tells us what listening should look like. Society tells us what engagement should look like. Society says if two people are sitting at a phone and they're both scrolling their phone, they're disengaged. Me and my husband both will be on our phone sitting next to each other and sharing with each other and having conversations based on what we're seeing on the phone. So we cannot structure our relationships based on societal expectations. Now, it's more than acceptable for you to state your standard of care, which means when we are speaking, this is the type of treatment that I would appreciate. And putting your phone down, I feel, is not a hard, difficult ask. But also, hey, this is what I like to do so that I don't feel resentment towards you because I have to stop being me in order to satisfy you. You can have a little bit of understanding with they got ticks that they got to tick through. There's definitely a difference between picking up your phone to say F you and picking up your phone because you just got to fidget. And we also have to acknowledge in that video, I am challenging my husband to do things that he's uncomfortable with, which is being expressive and talking about himself. So he's able to kind of check out if he needs to in order to participate in the conversation, because it's a difficult, uncomfortable space that he's in. And you know how when we're in an uncomfortable situation, we distract ourselves with something else. It's not that we're necessarily not listening. It's that this is uncomfortable, but I have to be here. So how can I be comfortable in this uncomfortable space? So I don't receive this as anything except for my husband's way that he moves through life. He's a scroller. He's addicted to his phone, whether he wants to admit it or not. But as long as he can participate in the conversation, I don't care what that participation looks like. I call it a win because he's actually communicating with me.
And I got a package from Lonnie Taylor Art. It's somebody here on TikTok. And I ordered this shirt for my friend. I ordered this shirt for her. I thought it was so cute. I like it. I wish I had kids because it's a toddler shirt. And I just was showing the tag because I don't know, I like the little, what is that called? The art logo. I really like that. I'm gonna probably tag the artist. This book bag was it's giving life. It has a little laptop pocket. So I'm thinking about possibly switching bags. I'll probably just go back and forth between the two.
Excuse me, why are you on my phone? Bye.